Welcome, friends, and welcome back to Conservation versus Society, a gentle space for stories, science, and faith for a changing planet. As you settle in, let this be known that today's episode is going to be different. We're going to dive into the science aspect for today. So, picture the ground beneath your feet. Steady, patient, ancient. A place that holds stories older than anything we can imagine. This week, we're exploring the science of rocks. How they form, why they matter, and what they can teach us about patience, pressure, and change. Let's take a slow breath and begin. My name is Shaya, and I'm grateful you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for being a part of this growing space. This podcast blends story, science, and faith in a way that feels soft, simple, and human. And today, we're going to learn about rocks through a story that feels just as simple. The three stones on the path. On the edge of a quiet village lived a young girl named Lani. She loved exploring the forest trails, collecting leaves, and listening to the wind whisper through the trees. One morning, after a night of soft rain, Lani walked along her favorite path and noticed something she had never seen before. 3 stones, which sat in a perfect line, right in the middle of the trail. The first stone was dark and glassy, almost like frozen night. The second was layered, thin sheets stacked on top of each other, like pages in a book. The third was smooth and banded, with swirls of color running through it like ribbons of earth. Curious, Lani picked them up one by one. As she held the first stone, she felt a warmth, as if it had once been fire. When she held the second, she felt softness, as if it had been built slowly, piece by piece. And when she held the third, she felt strength, as if it had survived great pressure and come out changed. Lani sat on a fallen log and whispered, "I wonder where you came from." To her surprise, a gentle voice answered, not loud, not startling, but soft, like the earth itself was speaking. "We each have a story," the first stone said. "I was born from fire, from melted rock, deep inside the earth. When the fire cooled, I became solid." The second stone spoke next. "I was made from pieces, sand, shells, and tiny fragments, pressed together over time. I am built from many things." The third stone added, "I was changed. Heat and pressure shaped me into something new. I am proof that pressure does not always break you. Sometimes it transforms you." Lani held all 3 stones in her hands and felt something settle in her heart. Each stone was different. Each stone had value. Each stone had a purpose. And she realized something. The earth is full of stories we walk over every day without even noticing. So, in the story, we spoke about 3 rocks, and you've met them, right? They all spoke. They kind of gave a little introduction of how they were made because Lonnie was feeling them and they kind of felt different. So, the first rock is an igneous rock. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but please forgive me. It is spelled Igneous. And these rocks are quote unquote born from fire. These rocks form when magma or lava cools and solidifies. And examples of these are granite, basalt, and if you play Minecraft, if you're a gamer, or if you know of Minecraft, obsidian. Obsidian is formed when the lava hits water, so the lava is cooled into obsidian. So those rocks, they often look glossy, speckled, or crystal-like. And if you Google, the definition that it gives you is igneous rocks are formed from the cooling and solidification of molten rock, magma underground, or lava on the surface, originating from the Earth's intensive internal heat, and are classified as intrusive, slow cooling, coarse grained like granite, or extrusive, rapid cooling, fine grained like basalt, based on where they solidify, making them the fire-born foundation of the rock cycle. So that is just the short definition. In another podcast, we'll get into like the nitty-gritty. But that was igneous rocks. I should actually ask how it's said or how it's pronounced because I'm probably saying it wrong. So let's see how it's pronounced. Igneous. See? We learn. I always say the words how I see it. So, igneous. The second rock that was speaking is sedimentary. Sedimentary. Oh, that's a long word. And it's pronounced
sedimentary.
Sedimentary, so that was correct. And that rock, these rocks are quote unquote built from pieces. These rocks form when sand, shells, minerals, or any other tiny fragments are pressed and cemented together over time. Examples of these are not limited to sandstone and limestone. They often show layers like the one that Lonnie found, and she described it as books. And as it's really just built of other rocks. If you go and you find a rock with many rocks in there, that is a sedimentary rock. And then the third rock is metamorphic rocks. I love metamorphic rocks, and they're changed by pressure. These rocks form from existing rocks, but they're changed. They're changed by heat and pressure deep underground. And an example of this is marble or slate, but a lot of times people have marble countertops, and they often have bands of swirls or colors. The reason why I love metamorphic is because there are stories of being molded by heat. Diamonds are made from pressure. Those type of like phrases that people use to encourage you, you know? It's okay, you're rough right now, but with a little pressure, you can change into something beautiful. Metamorphic. And again, that's a different podcast. But for today, why do rocks matter? Well, rocks help form soil. Rocks store minerals, and rocks shape landscapes. But most of all, they support the ecosystems. They hold a lot of history. Fossils are in rocks. So there's a lot that rocks alone can tell you. And most importantly, they hold the clues to life. Ancient oceans, volcanoes. Rocks are everywhere. Lonnie's story, the science behind it. It reminds us that everything has a beginning, everything has a process, and everything has a purpose. Have you ever felt like you were under pressure and didn't realize it was shaping you into something stronger? Have you ever felt like you were made from many pieces? Experience, memories, lessons, all of these pressed together to make you who you are? Or have you ever felt like you were born from fire, from something intense, and came out solid and steady? Rocks teach us that change can be slow, growth can be hidden, and pressure can create something amazing. It can create beauty, art, lessons. Today's Bible verse, which is inspired by the stories of the rock, is Psalms 104:24. How many are your works, Lord? In wisdom, you made them all. This verse reminds us that even the smallest stone is a part of God's wisdom, crafted with intention, purpose, and care. Before we close, I want to thank you because you are the real supporters of this podcast. This podcast, which is going through a metamorphic phase. It's being changed by pressure. See what I did there? Yeah. And every time you like, comment, or share, you help this show grow. Tongue twisters everywhere. You help more people find these stories. You help build this space. Also, we are still on our progress to 1,000 followers across our social media platforms. So join us over there. You might find mini clips of episodes, questions from episodes, and even sneak peeks of future episodes. Check out all the links in the description. Check out the summary, which you can find in the description. And please don't forget to like or to even comment your thoughts. What is your favorite rock? What is your favorite stone? Are you a marble? Do you like granite, dorite, cobblestone? Tell me. Let me know. And as we end today's episode, I invite you to picture the 3 stones that's resting quietly on the path. May you find strength in slow change. May you trust the process that shapes you. May you remember that even under pressure, you are becoming something beautiful. Thank you for being here. This is conservation versus society. Stories, science, and faith for a changing planet.